Hello, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Samantha Casamento, and I am part of the Longevity Income Solutions team. Today, I'm having a conversation with Longevity Income Solutions client, Stacey. Jonathan and Michael helped guide her through planning for her mother's care journey and later planning for her own future. Thanks for being with us today, Sue. Could you just tell me a little bit about how you found Longevity Income Solutions and how John and Michael helped guide you through a plan for paying for your mother's care?
Sure. Yes, I would love to. I love talking with and about John and Michael. Can't say enough good things. I found them back in probably around May of 2019. So I've known them just a little over a year. They were referred to me by someone at Brightview Senior Living in East Norriton, which is where my mom and dad live for maybe about 4 years. And my dad passed away in April of 2019. And I was, very, very involved in all of their planning, and basically they could live where they were living because of my dad's pension and his VA benefits. And so after he was gone and looking at my mom's financial future, I started to get very concerned about how we were going to continue to provide her the same care because her financial resources changed dramatically without him. And I just was sort of not really knowing how to approach it because I really wanted her to stay where she was at Brightview as long as she could, but it was complex. And so someone referenced John and Michael, and I'm so glad I reached out to them. They really just were a godsend to me. I wished I had met them years before when I was trying to take care of both my parents' needs, because their guidance has been just incredible. So they, really began helping me on my mom's journey that got very complex, very fast in just the past year. And I just lost her this April. So it's been quite a challenging year, and to have them at my side, not only to think about her financial resources, but to just provide me like this moral support at a time of great need and direction and perspective on all kinds of things. They're just willing to be an ear to listen to. I call them more like angels in disguise because they've been a support system I don't know what I would have done without over this last year.
Thank you for those kind words. Now, I think it's important to also note that it's never just one meeting and you're done. It's a process, and it can take a while. It can last as long as you need it to. And Michael and Jonathan build trust with you. They build a relationship with you, and it's genuine, which is so important. So I was wondering how they've done this with you.
We really focused on my mom at first. I think my sister was here in part of the first meeting. We were able to meet in person a year ago, which was certainly very helpful. And, they really just helped take a lot of the background and listen to, I had so many questions around what were the best next steps for mom. So they really covered, looking at her financial picture and how I was utilizing her different financial resources and was I using them optimally, but also helping me think about, based on how long those resources might last, what was the right way to plan ahead for where she was living, where she might have to go live. Did I have, a lot of the things in place for power of attorney, right? So it's very complex. And I had some of those pieces there already because of already having sort of stepped in to help both my mom and dad, but it just, really needed to pivot pretty quickly. And then it just kept getting more and more complicated because my mom developed a lot of different health issues and was going through surgeries and different things. So it just, they just kept really stuck with me all along the way in a very quick time frame, it seemed like. So it was, that guidance, and it's multifaceted, I guess. They don't just sort of focus on one part and ask, sort of expect you to know how to navigate those other pieces of life. So they helped me put that all together.
That's great. And then once they actually had a plan for your mother, you asked them to look into your own finances to start planning for your future, which is always a great thing to do in advance. It can really just maximize all of your options. So now they've actually created a financial solution specialized to you, and they found ways to protect your assets for the future. So could you touch on how they did this and the benefits that come from it?
Yeah, so they, I guess I probably asked them that, thinking, wow, as much as I like to think I have a lot of years, left, and I'm a lot younger than my mom was, the horizon is moves very quickly, and wanted that counseling that they could provide for me as well. So I might not end up in sort of the same challenging situation my mom was in, if I can, plan ahead maybe just that much better, I can be, sort of take as much burden off of my son. I just have one son, and really looking at the things I wished my mom and or dad had in place in terms of long-term care insurance, and or just some policies that start to provide you income later on in life. And so, yeah, they really looked at my whole situation, where we're able to make some really great recommendations that I didn't know anything about in terms of solutions. As an example, I had looked into long-term care insurance a number of years back. And at that time, it didn't really make sense. I didn't get approved because of some own things I was going through, and hadn't re-looked at it again. And that was something that was really important to me. And they had some really great strategies for how we could approach that together. And I now have long-term care insurance. And that just provides such a peace of mind to me. And I had sort of thought it was off the table. And so the things that they know about, I guess, and their strategies for helping you look at your financial picture, but also they just have such a breadth of knowledge at different avenues that are available to people, that I feel like it's not my forte, but I just feel like a lot of different people might not know all these different things because it's so complex. So to have that guidance and ability to have them present options to you that you're not aware of has been wonderful.
Thank you. And Sue, by now you know that with LIS, you don't get an invoice sent to you or your family, and you never see a fee come out of your assets. The guidance and planning is just part of what they do. They get paid by the financial institution rather than you having to worry about paying for a monthly fee. So how has this been helpful through the process?
Being able to have that flexibility where, I'm not sort of hesitant to pick up the phone to call them because it's going to, start the meter running, so to speak, on charges is just a wonderful approach that they've built to working with their clients, because you really feel that you're able to ask them questions when they come up, and not sort of saving them, all together for a meeting because you want to be, conscientious about that. So I respect their time. I can't always, talk to them the minute I might want to because they're busy guys, but I can reach out to them as I need to, and really feel that they'll take that time, they'll find the time, they'll spend it with me.
Well, thank you, Sue, for joining us, and thank you for watching. Michael and John show that it is truly never too late to plan, and long-term care management is critical for anyone at any age. Visit our website, longevityis.com, for more information.